This hangout is now live. So I am live. If you are watching this later, then of course I am not. I am pre-recorded. Okay. So anyway, good morning. Well, I guess kind of afternoon now, huh? It is afternoon even where I am. The day is getting away with me. I kind of spend Sunday mornings a little bit lazy, to be honest. I like to sit around and have coffee and visit with my kitty and my doggies. Anyway, so as you join me, please say hello in chat. I would love to say hello to you. I see I have people finally joining me. Well, not finally. I haven't even been on that long. Look at that's pretty. This is why this is my work t-shirt. Okay. Anyway, so this weekend I went out and bought out another estate sale of all their clothes. They did not have thousands upon thousands of pieces like the previous one. And I'm going to give you a little update on the previous one. It took me about a week and a half to do the first sort through. And that's where I go through and check to see if anything is stained or damaged. And I go ahead and donate that and get rid of it. It's not worth my time. Then I go through each bag, about 2 bags at a time, and I separate them into like styles and do another once over, making sure I didn't miss any damage the first time. Okay, and I start listing. And so I started listing. Hi, Thrifty Bish, how are you, girl? So I started listing, and let me tell you my updates. I think this is of last night. Okay, I started listing maybe 3 or 4 days ago. And just from that, not my total sales, because my husband goes, that's all you made? I was like, no, just from those items that sold from that last buyout, I have made $215. Remember, it cost me $200. So I'm already making my profit on it. And it seems that items are selling for about $16 on average. And I easily have thousands of pieces from that. So let's do the math. If I only have 1,000 pieces and I sell them for an average of $16 a piece, $16,000. I probably would not sell 100% of the items, obviously, but I also think I have way more than 1,000 pieces. So I think it's going to be a huge return on my investment, and I'm really glad I did it. That last one was all bread and butter, very, common pieces. Like the most recent sale was a Crocked and Barrow swimsuit cover-up. So it's not all high-end, high name brand pieces. So this is how this one worked. When she started the estate sale, the closets were full, the shoe racks were full. There was lots of vintage pieces, including a vintage fur and so forth. And when I got there, there was hardly anything left. But it's all high-end pieces, like higher end, not higher end, it's business professional. So I'm going to get more per item on this one. So I offered her originally $60 since it was about a closet with and a half full of clothes and accessories. And then my husband kind of interrupted the negotiation. You don't want people to interrupt you while you're negotiating. It's a very important and private time. It should not be interrupted. But he did, and he was talking about trying to get sheets because it's easier for him to wrap up all the clothes in the sheets to load it in the truck. And so I said, fine, I'll pay $10 for all the sheets or whatever. But then we didn't even get any of the sheets because he let the other lady, who wasn't even involved in any of this, start dealing with the sheets. So he kind of screwed me out of $10 accidentally, but it's what it is. So let's say I paid $70 for everything. But then at the end, she said, how much would you buy all the jewelry out for? Because she kind of just wanted to get rid of it. And I wanted to do that for her because I want her to call me again. And if she's like, you know what, she even bought that jewelry last time from me. She was very cool. They cleaned up everything, then I'm more likely to, end things on a positive note. I could tell she wanted me to buy the jewelry. I don't really need jewelry right now. Actually, I need to do a huge jewelry de-stash, but it is what it is. I offered her $20. There was over 40 pieces there, so it's under 50 cents per item. Jewelry usually sell fashion jewelry, we're not talking your fine jewelry, okay? Fashion jewelry sells on average between $7 and $10 for me per piece. So I know I'll make a profit on the jewelry. It's just that I have so much right now. I don't need more jewelry. So we're gonna start with the jewelry. I'm just gonna show you a few pieces. I'm not gonna go through the whole bag of over 40 pieces. But I got some typical, beaded pearls. Usually what I'll do with the beaded things like that is I'll put a few sets together and I'll sell it as a layered look. See, I will obviously check to see if any of these are real pearls, but I doubt it. Most of the time they're not. You're not gonna find them. I mean, it happens. Do not get me wrong. See more. Chunky beads. These are like a silver. I don't know like what color they're showing for you, but they're like a silver color and they're heavy. They feel like they're more like almost metal or something. This is really pretty. It's not very old, although it has a very, very old world look. It's from Russia and it is from the year 2000. And it was a millennial special piece, probably brought over by a tourist who picked it up. I love, if I butcher this word, just laugh at me, okay? Because I deserve it. I love cloisonne pieces. Did I say that right? Somebody in chat will have to tell me. And there's a couple of cloisonne. There's lots of stick pins, and I do well with stick pins. This one has it's like signed, and so I know it's somebody. I just have to get my loop out and see who it is. Lots of little stick pins, and I always do well with those. So I wanted to show you one in particular. This one's really pretty. It is 14 karat gold on a seashell. It's not marked though. It's just that I know that's what they do in like Hawaii and tourist places. So I can test it, but I'll show you one weird one and you guys can maybe tell me what the heck it is. And then here's another cloisonne piece, enamel cloisonne. This I love. It's one of my favorites. And you would wear that on each side of your sweater. And then you see there's even a little locket. I can think of words. Oh my God, I need more coffee already. Locket on there as well. And then I got this cute little locket right here. Where's the weird one though? I want to find this. Oh, I found it. You guys can tell me what the weird one is. Okay, here's the little locket. Isn't that cute? It's a little teeny tiny locket. I got a little sterling silver. I lied. There was some silver in there, but obviously that's not going to sell for very much. But what it does do is if I have a little sterling silver pendant, I can put them together and it ups the price on, something I already have. Okay, weird one. What is this? Somebody tell me. It looks like some kind of pressed flower, but also like a dead spider. Like, I don't know what it is. What the hell is that thing? Anyway, needless to say, this is the kind of jewelry I got. I think I will okay, so remember, in my head, I like to go, after all is said and done, all fees are paid and everything, can I triple my money? And I think I can do that with this, with over 40 pieces of jewelry. So, let's get into some clothes. Let's start with this beauty right here. This was part of it. It is a Moncherie wedding dress. See it? I don't know how old it is because the tag doesn't look very old. So it might only be like an 80s wedding dress. I'm not positive. I'll have to do research on it. Moncherie, here's the thing about wedding dresses. Very few used wedding dresses sell for big bucks, okay? The reason is that most women, when they get married, they have an idea of what they want for a wedding dress and they like it to be new. I worked in the wedding industry for quite some time, so this is so true. And no matter how much money they could save or whatever, they just don't want a used wedding dress. If it is used, it's often handed down from family member to family member, and therefore a used dress doesn't do very well. Vintage dresses, however, are a different story. There are some people who, or theme dresses, something that stands out like a black wedding dress or a red wedding dress, those will do better because they're hard to find. And so, you know, that's what people are looking for. But just your basic wedding dress, it's not always gonna be a winner. I mean, I'll steam it. You want to make sure you really photograph the train and everything. Make her feel like she can, if you can find an actual picture from the wedding that it was worn in, you know, blur out the people's faces or something. That's great. But I'm not banking on that. Although they were like, you want to pay $60 for everything, including the wedding dress? And I was like, yeah. Because to be honest with you, you know when they sell well? Halloween. Although it is wedding season right now, as we head into spring and summer, get anything wedding up because those brides will be buying it. And I might get lucky and find somebody who needed this exact dress. Okay, I have this vintage heavy faux fur coat. People always tell me, well, it's not really coat season, so you'll have to put that away till winter. No, I will not. Because although it is not coat season here in the United States, Northern California or whatever, I'm not even in Northern California, in California or the Pacific Northwest or somewhere like that, it is coat season in other countries. We are not the only country in the world, and I do ship internationally. So I will still just list this. This is by Olympia Limited Incorporated. I haven't looked them up. I don't think it's that old. Like, I think it's like 80s or 90s. That's what I'm thinking. It's not that old. There's no union tag on it or anything. Good morning, whoever's watching. Come say hi in chat. You guys are quiet today. I see my viewer watch go up, but I don't see people saying hello. So she had lots and lots of I have a Coke problem. No, I'm just kidding. I always think when people sniff on TV now, because, you know, I think it started with Tom Arnold. I'm not going to lie. I used to see him sniff all the time. I thought, that dude has a Coke problem. Then he said, I have a Coke problem. And I was like, I knew he did. Anyway, I do not. I'm just kidding. She had lots of business attire. So one of the things she wore a lot were long skirts. But not like your lightweight spring skirts, but like business wool pleated skirts. They're all in excellent, excellent condition. Most of the items I got from this, we figure I paid under 50 cents a piece per item at this one. That includes everything, all jewelry, all clothing, all shoes, and all hats. She had scarves, a few purses, but I gave most of those away. They weren't anything special. She did before I got there, but they got sold before I got to buy it out. So I'm happy with that because most of her items are going to be in the $20 range. This is an Evan Picone. This is older. See, this is vintage. You can tell, but, and we'll look it up, but it's probably 70s-ish on this one. This is such a pretty skirt. And you can't go wrong with Ralph Lauren. I wish it was like a black tag or a purple tag or whatever, but I'll take their green tag stuff too because it sells. Ralph Lauren always sells. Don't be ridiculous. New York and Company, this is just a very basic stretch skirt. I don't know this brand. I'll look it up. It's Appraisal, and it's kind of like a linen skirt, but it has a lining in it. Is anybody awake in chat today? Okay. So it's a size 12. Also, all of her clothes are a pretty good size range. You know, it looks like she went up and down a few sizes, which is fine by me because then I don't get stuck with all the same size. This Jones of New York always does well for me. It's a nice professional brand, business professional. So here is another one of her skirts. I love this skirt. This is Christopher & Banks, size 14, another really good find. Okay, I just learned about this brand. This is a good brand too. Another business professional brand, Harvey Bernard, okay? And Harvey is spelled Harve with an apostrophe. I'll tell you what, buying clothes like this has made me learn about brands very quickly and has helped me to do it at a very cheap price. I'm not investing a ton into these clothes to learn about them. And although since I'm buying from estate sales, they're usually older women's clothes. One thing I really like about it is older women often keep vintage clothes for a really long time. So I often find some beautiful vintage pieces, and they're usually very well kept pieces. But they're gonna, you know, like I just do well. I think that sometimes the market for everything else is pretty saturated. So, you know, if I'm the only one selling this business professional look or this older woman look or whatever, that's all right by me. I don't mind. I'll take that money too. That money spends just like everybody else's money. Le Suit Petite. Now, she has a couple Le Suit pieces, and they are suits, so I have to look and make sure that I have the matching ones together before I list. Charter Club, which is kind of like, if I remember correctly, oh, I get stuck on there. It's like a Charter Club was like a polo knockoff brand, but it did very well. Like it's considered very preppy, whatever. Semantics, I had to look them up too. Good bread and butter brand. It's a very nice jacket with the detail in the back. You know, you would think with all the thousands of clothes I processed this month, I would have found some money in the pocket. Not a dime. I see people all the time. I just found $1 million. Well, good for you. I didn't find nothing but Kleenex. My mom used to always have Kleenex in her pocket. She cried a lot because I was an evil child. No, I'm just kidding. She was just one of those people who get mushy all the time. I love you, mommy. Okay, this is Ink brand that always does well. It was one of the first brands I heard Nicole State talk about on one of her videos. So I went out looking and I was so excited, and I found it and sold it like all in 1 week. And it was like, you know, not a huge profit item, but I was so excited. So it does well for me. I feel like it's kind of my good luck charm. Nice, pretty gray pleated skirt. There's other things in skirts, I promise. But she did have a lot of skirts. Donna Karan, New York. Long skirt. Let's see, get past one more skirt here maybe. This is Jones, New York, always good. I don't know, like maybe if New York is in the title, you should maybe pick it up. I don't know, I'm just saying. Nice black professional skirt. Wow, that really like changes the lighting when I do that, huh? Okay. So she had a lot of little tanks, and at first I was going to just give away the tanks, but then I decided maybe I'll just bundle a group of tanks together. So this was one of her cuter little tanks that she had. This is a first issue by Liz Claiborne. How many freaking companies does Liz Claiborne own? Oh my God. Like, I find so much Liz Claiborne stuff. You know, Liz Claiborne Sports and Liz Wear and First Issue. What the heck? That lady has so many. This is a brand called Signature by Larry Levine. And it's just a nice white business blouse. It looks like it has a few spots on it. So I'll probably try to wash this one because it's just really, I'm telling you, my basic white and basic black pieces always sell. Always. Okay, I just liked it because this was 90s. It was just such a 90s jacket, you know, for like people who take cruises and travel and stuff. It is by lineup. I could see somebody buying up for a cruise. Don't even lie. Okay, I think I found another Covington skirt. Tons and tons of skirts. Tons of skirts. This is, remember, I'm almost done for today, but this isn't even half of it. I would say this time I got, you know, a few hundred pieces of clothing compared to thousands last time. This is Ann Taylor, 100% silk. Love me silk, love me cashmere. Hi, Brandy. Finally, somebody's talking. What's up? Another silk. I just listed 2 of this brand, August Silk. And I have a watcher, I think, on both of the other ones. So, you know, obviously I don't price too high because here's another one of her tanks that I'm going to put in a group of tanks. I love this sweater. I didn't look it up, but it's just so pretty. I just know it'll sell. So look at this pretty sweater. See the pattern? It's Joseph A, and I don't know if that is the same Joseph A that has the men's line that's called Joseph A Banks or not, but I don't know. I figure it's if anything, $10 to $20 sweater, you know. Oh, another skirt. This is requirements. This is a pinstripe. I love the detail on the bottom and the detail right here. Oh, let me fold that in. I didn't look this up either. Do any of you recognize that brand? How do you say that? Chaya, maybe? Chaya? I love the print. The material feels nice and light. I like that. Okay, have you guys been watching? Did you guys go check out fashion weeks and stuff like that and Vogue and Cosmopolitan to see what is coming out this spring? Because I've been looking and stripes are in. So of course I said yes to this Cable and Gauge. And just a few more pieces. I think this is a suit. This one is not. Dana Buchanan always does well for me. This is really a vintage Dana Buchanan. I can tell by the shoulder pads, the military buttons and everything. So I don't know how well that one will do. Listen, vintage does well. but it has to be vintage that people want. I could pop that up there, and just because it's from the 80s doesn't mean anybody's going to buy it. If they don't like that look with the military buttons right now and the big shoulder pads, it's not going to sell to anybody. And so you have to still, just because something is vintage, just because something is name brand, just because it's whatever it is, doesn't mean it'll sell. You got to do your homework a little bit. So I'll check that out. Yeah, okay, this is a suit. So these are the pants. These are by Valerie Stevens. Don't know the brand, but it's a really nice suit for somebody. It's 100% pure wool. And this is my last item, by the way. I'm not going to bore you a lot today because I need to get stuff listed now. And this is the jacket, okay? But I want to show you like the details on this jacket. See the trim and everything? So that is kind of the beginning of the newest. Yeah, fashion trends do come and go. But that's the beginning of my work for the newest estate sale. I won't be working on that stuff until I work through the other. I think I'll be posting, listing some hats today because I got a lot of hats in. I got hats from this one too. Not a lot, but some very nice ones. Most of them are Liz Claiborne, surprise, surprise. And I have a lot of hats from the previous one. She was in the Red Hat Society, so I want to get those up because Red Hats sell for the Red Hat Society. So the last one, remember, I paid under a quarter per item for, probably even closer to 10 cents. And this one I paid about 50 cents per item for, but I think we'll see higher return rate on this latest one. I also got shoes on this one too. Not a lot of underwear or pantyhose or anything like that, which I did get in the last one. And I have been selling the granny panties and the pantyhose. So don't, throw those away when you get them. All right, you guys, thanks for joining me. I hope you're having a very prosperous weekend. Go out, make some money, and then come and tell me all about it, okay? Remember to like, comment, share if you can. I love you guys. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.